Hello students, welcome to our class. In this lesson we will learn to identify the layout and characteristics of the chassis system of new energy vehicles. The chassis structural arrangement of new energy vehicles can be roughly divided into two categories: motorized central drive form and electric wheel drive form, of which the electric wheel drive includes hub motor drive. In this lesson, we will learn how to identify the layout and characteristics of the chassis system of new energy vehicles. 1. We have four learning objectives for this course, which are: 1. Learning new energy vehicle chassis structure, classification. 2. Learning motor central drive form. 3. Learn about electric wheel drive forms. 4. Learn about wheel motor drive forms. 2. Let's learn today's content through the following four parts. Part 1. Learning new energy vehicle chassis structure, classification. Automobile chassis system includes transmission, suspension, braking, steering, and other subsystems, which affects the comfort, safety, and maneuverability of the whole vehicle in the traditional sense. But for new energy vehicles, its impact is more far-reaching. The chassis system of a new energy vehicle needs to be adapted to the diversity of onboard energy sources and highly integrated system modules, while not restricting the design of the vehicle's internal space and external shape. The key consideration in the design of chassis for new energy vehicles is to meet the performance indexes of the whole vehicle. The basic performance of a vehicle can be summarized as power, economy, braking, handling, smoothness, safety, and durability. True chassis engineering, as it is commonly referred to, includes the design and configuration of the front and rear, suspension, steering system, braking system, and wheels. These systems are directly related to the performance of the entire vehicle: braking, stability, and smoothness. The chassis suspension components themselves should be strong enough, and whether its design is in place directly affects the frame body force size, while the chassis design is also related to durability. The chassis structure of new energy vehicles is relatively flexible in various forms, which can be roughly divided into two categories: motor center drive and electric wheel drive, of which the electric wheel drive includes hub motor drive. Part 2. Learning motor central drive form. 1. The first centrally driven new energy vehicle chassis structure. The first form of chassis arrangement, as shown in the figure, it is a typical electric motor central drive form. This drive form is a reference to the traditional internal combustion engine. Automobile drive form, the engine is replaced by a drive. Motor, the clutch, transmission, and differential are unchanged. 2. The second type of centrally driven new energy vehicle chassis structure. A second form of chassis arrangement is shown, since the drive motor can provide relatively constant power over a wide range of speeds. The multi-speed transmission can be replaced by a fixed ratio reducer with only one gear and a constant transmission ratio, at which point the clutch can be omitted. This form of drive saves the mass and volume of the mechanical transmission system, and in addition reduces operating difficulties. 3. The third type of centrally driven new energy vehicle chassis structure, as shown in the figure. The third chassis arrangement is similar to the second form, except that the drive motor, fixed ratio reducer, and differential are integrated and arranged on the drive shaft. At this point, the entire drive system is greatly simplified and integrated. In addition, from the point of view of regenerative braking, this form of drive is easier to realize. Part 3. Learn about electric wheel drive forms. 1. The first electric wheel-driven new energy vehicle chassis structure, as shown in the figure. The first form of chassis arrangement, the elimination of the differential, replaced by two independent drive motors, each drive motor alone to complete one side of the wheel drive task, known as the two-motor electric wheel drive form. the vehicle turns, the two sides of the motor will be working separately at different speeds. But this form of drive requires a more complex control system. 2. The second electric wheel drive new energy vehicle chassis structure. As shown in the figure, the second chassis arrangement further simplifies the drive system, the drive motor and the wheels between the elimination of the traditional drive shaft. Into the motor directly drive the wheels forward, while a single-row planetary gear mechanism acts as a fixed ratio transmission used to reduce rotational speed and enhance the torque to meet the power and torque requirements of different operating conditions. This drive form is known as the inner rotor type hub motor drive form. 3. Chassis structure of the third electric wheel drive type new energy vehicle. As shown in Fig, the third chassis arrangement form, after completely abandoning the transmission device between the drive motor and the drive wheel, the outer rotor of the hub motor is directly connected to the drive wheel, and at this time, the drive motor speed control and wheel speed control are integrated, which is called the outer rotor hub motor drive form. Part 4. Learn about wheel motor drive forms. 1. Hub motor technology, also known as wheeling wheel. Motor technology is characterized by the integration of the power unit, transmission unit, and braking unit into the wheel hub. There are two types of hub motors, namely the inner rotor hub motor and the outer rotor hub motor, as shown in the figure, which compares the structure of the inner and outer rotor hub motors. Compared with other drive forms, hub motor-driven electric vehicles have extremely significant advantages and are at the forefront of electric vehicle technology with unlimited potential. 2. Advantages of hub motors. First, greatly simplify the mechanical transmission mechanism. Not only remove the engine, cooling water system, exhaust, muffler system, and fuel tanks and other corresponding auxiliary devices, but also eliminates the transmission, universal drive components, and drive axle, reduce dead weight and effectively improve the transmission efficiency, energy saving, and noise reduction. Second, freeing up a lot of effective space in facilitating the structural layout of the car. Third, since the motor directly drives the wheels and shortens the transmission chain, it greatly improves the dynamic response to wheel control and can realize some high-performance control functions of the automobile, such as lateral movement, in-situ rotation, etc. Fourth, favorable regenerative braking. Fifth, a variety of drive modes can be realized because the hub motor has an obvious single wheel independent drive characteristic, whether it is front drive, rear drive, four-wheel drive, or multi-drive. It can be realized more easily, especially it is very easy to realize full-time four-wheel drive. In addition, the hub motor can realize differential steering through different speed or steering of the left and right wheels, greatly reducing the turning radius of the vehicle. In this course, we learned the basic knowledge of the layout and characteristics of the chassis system of new energy vehicles from 4 aspects: learning new energy vehicle, chassis structure classification, learning motor central drive form, learn about electric wheel drive forms, learn about wheel motor drive forms. I believe that you have already understood, and I hope that you can review more and at the same time use the internet and other means to conduct independent and in-depth learning, deepen your impression, and apply the knowledge you have learned to real life.